everyone, you're watching Cutie Crafts and I am back with another miniature dollhouse video. Today I'll be making a BTS themed bedroom from this $15 kit that I bought off of Banggood.com. And if you're not familiar with BTS, they're one of my favorite K-pop groups that you should definitely check out. So here's everything I'll need to assemble the dollhouse. These are the main wood frames for the walls and floors, as well as the acrylic boards to seal up the bedroom once it's done. Then there's a bag full of wires and cloth, a bag for all the wooden pieces, some white glue, and of course the instruction manual that is written completely in Chinese but has some very detailed pictures. Since I wanted the theme to be from the Wings You Never Walk Alone album, I measured and printed off some of my own wallpaper that I got off of BTS Twitter. You can choose whatever wallpaper you like as well. To start off, I cut out the wooden floor and wallpaper using an X-Acto knife. And then I spread Mod Podge all over the wooden board to stick the designs on. I used my X-Acto knife again to get rid of the excess paper, and then I poked through the little hole that'll be used for the wires. There's also a little window frame that goes into the larger wall piece, and finally I propped the walls up and glued everything together. Once the room was assembled, I moved on to making the bunk bed. I started by gluing on the headboards and footboards. Then I made the bed frames and glued those onto the head and footboards. It's really straightforward, but just watch out for the proper alignment, be patient while the glue dries, and that is the bunk bed frame. Next up, I'm making a 4-compartment shelf that I'll be using to hold some baskets and random stuff that I'll show you later. This one is also super easy to assemble. These pieces will make the 2 little baskets that will fit perfectly into the square compartments of the shelf. And I know you guys probably can't tell from the video, but these are so tiny and I just love how these kits have so much detail in them. These pieces will make a desk. I glued the drawers on first, then with one of the leg pieces glued on, I made sure the other leg was aligned with the drawer before I let the glue dry. Here's a small table and a chair for the desk. And the last wooden furniture piece is this curtain frame. The actual curtains are made by cutting the provided fabric in half, tying the ribbon in the middle of the fabric, and then gluing that onto the frame. And yes, finally we can work on some BTS decorations. These strips of pictures will make a tiny YNWA album. I placed some beautiful pictures beside each other along with the album cover so that when I accordion fold these strips, each member will essentially take up a page in a mini photo book/album. This is what it looks like when folded correctly. You can flip each flap like a little page in a photo book, and it's really easy to design your own, so I definitely encourage you to try it out. This is my favorite version of the album just because I love the color blue and I really like the sea background that they have in their photo shoot, so let me know which version is your favorite in the comments below. Here's a design from the kit that I folded into a book already, and I decided to modify it a bit to feature some of my favorite bears. Now for some wall decor, I cut out a small piece of thick paper included in the kit and glued on a brown frame as well as a picture of a seagull. Then I made some posters by gluing more beautiful images onto the thick paper. The kit also has some mini bags that I assembled by gluing fabric onto the templates, which I then had to fold and glue together. I decided to customize these bags to look a bit nicer by painting them into Gucci bags for no particular reason. Here are some miscellaneous decorations that I assembled very easily, and you'll get a closer look at them when everything is displayed. The part that is most difficult for me, because I'm very inexperienced with it, is sewing the pillows and blankets. Instead of me making some ugly blankets, here are my mom's lovely hands, and she is sewing along an L path on the side of the cloth that will eventually end up being on the inside of the blanket once she flips everything inside out. After she closes up the remaining side, the blanket is done. Moving on to the mattress, which I was able to assemble, I cut out some thick paper, placed it onto the fabric to figure out where I will be cutting, and then I marked the corners that I needed to get rid of in order to fold the fabric onto the paper. After I cut the corners, I glued a soft white felt onto the paper and then folded and glued the polka dot fabric on top. I made sure I had 2 sets of the blanket and mattress since it's a bunk bed, and now for the pillows, my mom did the same thing she did for the blanket, but the pillows are square shaped. She also added some pillow fluff to make it nice and squishy. After closing it up, this is the pillow, and she actually had to make 3 more of them. Moms are so great. Thank you! I can now start putting everything together. First, I glued the curtains on top of the window. Then I put 2 of the lights through the wall and positioned them so that each bed can have its own light. A 3rd light will be going on the other side, which you'll see later on, and to connect them to the power source, I took 1 wire from each of the LEDs and twisted them onto the black wire. Then I used a sticker to enclose the wires and did the same thing for the red wire. With 2 AA batteries, the light should be working. I also glued on the square shelf that goes just above the top bed, and now it's time to put everything into place. I filled the remaining spaces in the shelf with a box that I stuck a wing sticker onto, and I placed an album in there as well. The iPad that comes in the kit is such a cute touch, along with the headphones, and oh look, another bowl of tiny apples. On the desk and shelf, there's a calendar, a vase and a flower in it, as well as an iPhone that somebody always drops. Then there's a lamp that I stuck another wing sticker onto, and this one has an LED that will go under the shade. I don't know what this is, but it's pink, so let's just say it's Jin's. Here's what it looks like with the acrylic boards outside of it. It keeps everything from getting dusty if you're going to display it on a shelf. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this long video. I love making miniature doll houses, especially when it's K-pop themed, and I hope you enjoyed watching me make this. Don't forget to check out my last dollhouse video that's Blood, Sweat, and Tears themed, and hopefully I'll make more soon. But for now, I'll see you guys next time with another cutie craft.